for the second Saturday of February 2026. A few stray thoughts. And a few general remarks. And a few points of view. By way of a roundup of the week. All my own musings. Let me wish all of you, Bajrang Dal activists excluded, a happy Valentine's Day.
भाई ये वैलेंटाइन जो है ना हमारी संस्कृति के बिल्कुल खिलाफ है। ये आजकल के लोंडा लोंडिया वैलेंटाइन तो मना लेंगे पर करवा चौथ मनाने में ना इनकी पता नहीं क्यों जाता है इनको। मैं आइसक्रीम खाऊंगी नहीं कश्मीर जाऊंगी। भाई तुम्हें पता है कितनी गोलियां चल रही कश्मीर में? गोली खानी तूने? अरे गोली खानी मैंने, बता दे मैं मार दूंगा भाई एक ठां करके। और मैं तो खुद अपनी बाइक पे चढ़ के निकलूंगा इस बारी 14 फरवरी को। जे मैंने कोई लोंडा लोंडिया दिख गया, लोंडा लोंडा दिख गया, हाँ वो भी हो रहा आजकल, जो दिख गया ना मैंने भाई वहीं लठ मार देना। और लठते बच गया भाई, साफा पहन रखा मंत्र वाला, वहीं पकड़ के ब्याह करा दूंगा, समझ रहे?
RSS ki jai ho. In an outreach to all sections of society, RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat invited all for talks and Q&A sessions. Salman Khan, Adnan Sami, doctors, engineers and celebrities attended. They attended out of fear, said Sanjay Raut. Uncharitable comment.
सलमान खान जी क्या पहनते हैं, कॉलेज विद्यार्थी वैसा पहनते हैं। अरे भाई क्यों पहन रहे? नहीं उन्होंने पहना इसलिए। उन्होंने क्यों पहना मालूम नहीं। सभी बातों में ऐसा, अच्छी बात बुरी बात सभी बातों में। तो समाज फैशन से चलता है। सिनेमा में सलमान खान जी क्या पहनते हैं, कॉलेज विद्यार्थी वैसा पहनते हैं। अरे भाई क्यों पहन रहे? नहीं उन्होंने पहना इसलिए। उन्होंने क्यों पहना मालूम नहीं। सभी बातों में ऐसा, अच्छी बात बुरी बात सभी बातों में ऐसा, फैशन से चलता है। और फैशन उत्पन्न करने वाले लोग होते हैं वो समाज के विश्वास पात्र, श्रेष्ठ, कीर्तिमान ऐसे लोग होते हैं जिनको अपनी भाषा में कहते हैं महाजन या श्रेष्ठ। गीता में यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठ तत्तदेवेतरो जनः महाजनो यनगत सपंथा। सामान्य आदमी इतना विचार नहीं करता, पचड़े में नहीं पड़ता। जिन पर उनका विश्वास है, जो उनको अच्छे लगते हैं, ऐसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा जिनके बारे में लगता है, वो जो करते वो करते। आदर्श बहुत है हमारे यहां, उसकी कमी नहीं है। लेकिन एक अंग्रेजी वाक्य है, आइडियल्स आर लाइक स्टार्स विच वी कैन नेवर रीच बट वी कैन प्लॉट अवर चार्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू देम। हम शिवाजी हो नहीं सकते, लेकिन शिवाजी महाराज के नक्शे कदम पर चल सकते हैं। लेकिन जब वो नक्शा जब उजागर हो जाता है शिवाजी महाराज के चरित्र के प्रकाश में, तो उसमें कांटे हैं, सब आसान नहीं है। तो सामान्य आदमी हिम्मत नहीं करता, वो कहते हम जयंती पुण्यतिथि करेंगे, जय जयकार करेंगे, सब करेंगे, उनके जैसा नहीं होंगे। शिवाजी महाराज पैदा होने चाहिए, मेरी इच्छा है, मेरे घर में ना हो, बस इतना ही है। और इसलिए जब कोई दिखता है अपने जैसा, थोड़ा 2 कदम आगे है, वो चल रहा है उस पर, तो मनुष्य का स्वाभाविक झुकाव तो अच्छाई की तरफ है, तो वो उनके पीछे उनके साथ जाता है। समाज को हर गांव में, हर मोहल्ले में ऐसे उदाहरण चाहिए।
ये कहना चाहता हूँ, बहुत अच्छा लगा आज आरएसएस का जो 100 साल की सेंचुरी सेलिब्रेशन है, यहाँ आज आके भागवत जी के जो अल्फाज थे, जो शब्द थे, जो ख्यालात थे, वो सुन के हम सब तहे दिल से हम शुक्रिया कहना चाहेंगे उनको कि उन्होंने अपना वक्त हमें दिया। हमारी इंडस्ट्री को, बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्री के लोग आए थे, बहुत सारी उनकी बातें बहुत दिल को भी छू गई। और ये भी मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि उनका जो सेंस ऑफ ह्यूमर है वो कमाल का है। वो जिस तरह उसके सारे जो ख्यालात तो वो कहते हैं जो बहुत उम्दे हैं, लेकिन उनका सेंस ऑफ ह्यूमर जो है वो बहुत एंटरटेन भी किया उन्होंने, सबने बहुत हंसे भी और बहुत हमने अपलॉड भी किया। तो हम बस बहुत शुक्रगुजार हैं इस इवेंट के लिए, और बस हम चाहते हैं कि हर साल ऐसा।
Mohan Bhagwat says RSS asked him to continue despite his age.
संघ की अनुमति मिलेगी तब होगा। जैसे मेरी बात है, मेरे 75 पूरे हो गए, तो मैंने कार्यकर्ताओं को कहा कि हो गया भाई, अब तो आपको क्या हो गया है, घूम तो रहे आप, काम करो। और तो मैं रुक गया हूं। मैं यहां रहूं ये मेरी इच्छा नहीं है, कार्यकर्ता की रहती नहीं है। मैं यहां न रहूं ये भी मेरा ऑप्शन नहीं है, संघ का ऑप्शन है। तो संघ जब कहेगा तब दायित्व से निवृत्ति, कार्य से निवृत्ति नहीं। दायित्व से निवृत्त होने के बाद भी संघ का काम तो मित्रता जोड़ना, अपने उदाहरण से सिखाना होने के कारण जीवन भर काम चलते रहता है। सक्रियता भी, शरीर की सक्रियता तब तक बनी रहती है।
Mumbai debuts India's first Melody Road. Jai Ho, now part of Commute. The project, conceptualized by former Member of Parliament Rahul Shewale, was executed with technical support from Hungarian experts. The Melody Road is located on the northbound carriageway from Nariman Point towards Worli, about 500 meters after the tunnel. The music plays when vehicles maintain a speed of 70 to 80 kmph, with wheel friction creating the sound inside the vehicle. Advanced signboards have been installed to alert drivers. Like, after 44 years, Mumbai has a BJP mayor in Ritu Tavde. BJP Shiv Sena scored well in ZP elections. Nothing spectacular, but no vote chori for sure.
देखिए, मुंबई में बीएमसी मेयर चुनाव को लेकर तस्वीर साफ हो चुकी है। बीजेपी ने मेयर पद के पार्षद रितु तावड़े के नाम का ऐलान कर दिया है।
Like, there was 35 a hold up on Mumbai-Pune Expressway because of one overturned tanker. Pathetic. No accountability. Like, it was windfall gain for poll-bound Tamil Nadu and West Bengal voters. Didi announced unemployment allowance of 1,500 rupees per month, and in Tamil Nadu, Stalin put 5,000 rupees each in 1.3 crore women's accounts under a scheme named after his father. Whose money is it anyway?
West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has announced that the state government will hold enrollment camps in every assembly constituency from February 15th to February 26th. All these camps, people can register not only for the Bangalore Yubo Sathi scheme but also for two other welfare schemes, an annual 4,000 allowance for landless farmers and free shallow pump power connections. Mamata Banerjee also said that the launch of the Bangalore Yubo Sathi scheme has been advanced to April 1 instead of the earlier planned August 15th date, as the new financial year begins on that day. Under the scheme, unemployed youth between 21 and 40 years of age will receive a monthly allowance of 1,500. The benefit will continue until they get a job or a maximum period of 5 years. The Chief Minister clarified that those who have passed Madhyamik will be eligible and beneficiaries will get the amount even if they are already covered under other government schemes.
MK Stalin's big poll shop for women in Tamil Nadu. 5,000 rupees credit into their accounts and nearly 1.3 crore women in Tamil Nadu will benefit as advance for February, March and April months. 3,000 rupees plus a special summer special allocation of another 2,000 rupees. So that's 5,000 rupees that has already been credited this morning into the accounts of 1.31 crore women, and this is a part of the Kalagnar Women Rights Scheme beneficiaries as well.
India-US trade deal. India's trade deal, the correction. 1. An earlier version of the fact sheet put out by the US listed pulses among US agricultural exports. The new version drops the dal, pulses. 2. The original version also claimed India was committed to purchasing $500 billion worth of US goods, a figure that had sent finance bros rushing to their Excel pivot tables. The wording has now been changed to intends, much like you intend to go to the gym every day. 3. An earlier draft also included agricultural products in the $500 billion worth of American goods, a product basket that has now been dropped. Also dropped are claims about digital services taxes. Reactions to the India's trade deal. Rahul Gandhi says in Lok Sabha, "You have sold Bharat Mata, US is choking PM Modi."
That you have sold India. Are you not ashamed of selling India? Do you have no shame of selling India? You have sold our mother, Bharat Mata. Do you have no shame? But sir, the interesting thing is, I know that the Prime Minister would not sell India under normal circumstances. He will not do it. You know why he sold India? Because they are choking him.
Mr. Rahul, address to the chair, please.
He has sold India because they are choking him. They've got a grip on his neck. Speaker साहब, मैंने बोला जब चोक लगाते हैं दूसरे व्यक्ति के आंख में देखते हो तो डर दिखता है सर, पीएम की आंख में डर दिखता है. If the India alliance was negotiating with President Trump, I will tell you what we would say. The first thing we would say is, President Trump, the most important thing in this equation is Indian data. You want to protect your dollar? You want to protect your dollar? We are your friends. We appreciate you. We want to help you protect your dollar. But please remember that if you want to protect your dollar, the biggest asset that can protect your dollar is lying with the Indian people.
But where is the INDIA alliance? Pakistani analyst Najam Sethi called the India's interim trade agreement a negotiation. It is not a surrender. It is a negotiation. These decisions don't happen overnight. The negotiations must have gone on for months. PM Modi was quiet throughout, said Sethi.
Pakistani analyst Najam Sethi has punctured the fears around India-US zero-tariff trade deal, calling the panic unnecessary. Sethi said that the concessions apply only to a limited set of products such as certain wines, cosmetics, soybean oil, tree nuts and processed fruits. Key sectors like dairy, like grains and other sensitive agriculture products, remain protected. He's also in fact said that India negotiated this deal very, very smartly, accepting a restricted set of US demands without major compromises.
Like, I think Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has explained everything on US deal. My only request to the Honorable Minister is, he should declare rates at which we buy oil from Russia and propose to buy oil from USA and Venezuela.
बाके बिहारी शाम रंगीले हो मोरे गिरधर सुनो बनवारी सुनो बनवारी.
No confidence motion on Speaker of Lok Sabha.
The opposition has turned its attack towards the Speaker. A notice was submitted to move a no-confidence motion against Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. The motion was backed by 118 MPs and accused the Speaker of bias and partisanship. It also alleged denial of speaking time and selective action against opposition MPs.
From the memoir,
At the center of the opposition's charge is Rahul Gandhi. Opposition parties have claimed that the Speaker did not allow the leader of opposition to complete his speech during the motion of thanks. However, one key detail stood out. Rahul Gandhi did not sign the no-confidence notice. Sources say the Congress felt it would be inappropriate for the leader of opposition to move a no-confidence motion against the Speaker. The party cited the dignity of parliamentary democracy. Signs of discord within the opposition alliance have also become visible. The TMC chose to stay away from the motion. Meanwhile, Speaker Om Birla, who positions himself as a stickler for rules, chose to exercise the morality card. Deciding to stay away from the proceedings of Lok Sabha till the trust motion is pending against him. Although the rules do not require such a step, Om Birla stays adamant, indicating that even an appeal from the government or the opposition will not make him budge. It is likely that the motion to remove the Speaker will be taken up on March 9th, the first day of the second part of the budget session. On that day, 50 MPs will be asked to raise their hands to support the motion. After that, the acting chair may initiate a discussion.
On Rahul Gandhi, Tavleen Singh writes, Rahul is so obsessed with PM that he reduces every point to a personal attack on Modi. She writes, what shocked me most of the many things that he said last week outside Parliament House was that the Prime Minister was compromised, and this is why he had been forced into the trade deal with the United States. When you are the great-grandson of a Prime Minister, the grandson of a Prime Minister, the son of a Prime Minister, and a de facto Prime Minister, it must be hard to accept being just leader of the opposition. And this, after failing to get enough seats into general elections to occupy this relatively humble post. So, I understand Rahul Gandhi's loathing of the usurper who has deprived him of what he seems to have grown up believing was his inheritance. It does not help his case to sound sulky and petulant about this. Why does he not understand yet that when he insults Narendra Modi, he also insults the Prime Minister?
Budget session in India.
2-3 बार ऐसे रेजिस्ट करता है और फिर उसको भी पता लग जाता है कि मैं गया और फिर वो वहां पे बात खत्म हो जाती है और फिर वो सरेंडर करके ऐसे टैप कर देता है सर ये सेंट्रल पीस है सर मार्शल आर्ट्स का. ग्रिप से चोक और चोक से टैप. और ये आप किसी भी एमएमए वाले से पूछ लो, किसी भी जूडो वाले से पूछ लो, काम ग्रिप से शुरू होता है सर. ग्रिप राजनीति में होती है सर, ग्रिप बिजनेस में होती है, पॉलिटिक्स में होती है सर. जुजित्सु में ग्रिप दिखती है, दिखता है हाथ कहां है, चोक कैसे लगा है सर. राजनीति में नहीं दिखती. कहां किसने ग्रिप ले रखी है, चौक कहां लग रहा है वो दिखता नहीं है सर, छुपा रहता है. तो दैट इज द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट. You are ex-Congress party member, so I will do you a special favor today, sir.
नहीं, अगर हमारी बात आप मानते हैं, तो वहां नहीं बैठे होते आप. अगर इफ यू आर सिटिंग देयर तो ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ यू हैव नॉट टेकन माय एडवाइस. If you don't have any propriety for the chair, if you don't have, sometime your even present member of parliament used to occupy this chair, Selja Devi. Selja is also
Speaker, sir,
and
you know we have fondness for you.
Speaker,
you are an ex-member of our party, so I will not go very aggressive today.
Why you are mentioning too much?
You are a member of our party, sir. Ex-member.
Ex-member, no? But I'm
fond of you, sir.
I'm here as a presiding officer.
But we like you, sir.
अगर हमारी बात आप
We know your heart is not there, sir.
अगर आप मेरी
We know your heart is here, sir.
नहीं, मेरी बात अगर आप मानते तो वहां नहीं बैठे होते आप. अगर इफ यू आर सिटिंग देयर तो ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ यू हैव नॉट टेकन माय एडवाइस. Here I am advising you. Here if I am advising that you should move on the correct track. So I think so. Still you have time. You should move on correct track.
Large chunks of Rahul Gandhi's speech during the budget debate in Lok Sabha on February 11th have been expunged from the official record. The deleted portions included allegations against the Prime Minister, a union minister and industrialist, as well as criticism of India's trade deal with the US. The BJP called the remarks baseless. But what does expunged actually mean in Parliament? MPs have freedom of speech inside Parliament. They cannot be sued in court for what they say in the House. But that freedom has limits. There are rules laid down in the Lok Sabha Rules of Procedure that state how MPs must speak. They cannot make personal allegations without proof. This is what Rahul Gandhi is being accused of by the BJP. They cannot use defamatory or offensive words, and they definitely cannot level serious charges against people in high office without following procedure. If an MP wants to make a serious allegation against someone, they are supposed to give advance notice to the Speaker and also inform the concerned minister. There is also a long list of words that MPs are not allowed to use in Parliament. Now here's where expunction comes in. The Speaker has the power to remove those words from the official record. If something is considered defamatory, indecent, unparliamentary, or not in public interest, it can be deleted. This power comes under Rule 380 of the Lok Sabha rules. Once the Speaker orders it removed, the deleted portion disappears from the official debate record. In its place, the record simply says expunged as order by the chair. That means those exact words are no longer part of Parliament's permanent records. Technically, expunged remarks are not supposed to be reported also word by word in the media. But in today's world, video clips can still circulate online. Expunction often sparks debate. The balance between free speech and parliamentary rules continues to be contested.
Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi hit out at the centre over the India-US trade deal. BJP leader Nishikant Dubey has submitted a notice for moving a motion against Rahul Gandhi. Well, Dubey has filed the motion against Rahul for allegedly misleading the House. The motion calls for the termination of Rahul's Lok Sabha membership and also seeks to debar him from contesting elections. Reports also suggest that the BJP may consider moving a privilege motion against Rahul Gandhi. However, news agency PTI has quoted Dubey as saying that he will not move a privilege motion against Rahul Gandhi. Listen to this.
प्रियंका मैम, राहुल गांधी के खिलाफ प्रिविलेज मोशन नहीं मूव करने का सरकार ने फैसला
पढ़ रही थी मैं। कुछ अपने आप को माचो मैन समझते हैं, लेकिन छाती तो अपनी मोदी जी ने नपाई है। 56 इंच की तो उनकी माचो मैन वाली छाती है, तो उनके खिलाफ ही होना चाहिए था।
The BJP MP Nishikant Dubey has initiated a formal process seeking to disqualify Congress MP Rahul Gandhi from the Lok Sabha. Nishikant Dubey's move came amid acrimonious exchanges between Rahul Gandhi and the BJP MPs over several controversial issues, including the alleged circulation of former Army Chief General Narvane's unpublished book. Yesterday, the Congress MP, who is also the leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, took aim directly at Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri as he made allegations against the former diplomat over the Epstein files disclosures.
काली सदियों के सर से जब रात का आंचल ढलकेगा, जब दुख के बादल पिघलेंगे, जब सुख का सागर छलकेगा, जब अंबर झूम के नाचेगा, जब धरती नगमे गाएगी, वो सुबह हमी से आएगी, वो सुबह हमी से आएगी।
Have the Sidhus started looking for options outside Congress? Buzz grows about Navjot Singh's bid as Navjot Kaur ups the ante. Expelled from Congress, Navjot Kaur's latest broadside against Congress leadership, particularly Rahul Gandhi, seemed to indicate that Navjot Singh may also have started looking for his options outside Congress.
Senior Punjab Congress leader Dr. Navjot Kaur Sidhu has resigned from the party, triggering fresh political churn in the state. Her exit coming amidst continuous internal turmoil within the Punjab Congress and sharp political dissent against the grand old party's leadership. Dr. Sidhu, a former MLA and minister, announced her resignation on social media, citing the absence of credible leadership and direction within the organisation. Her decision follows months of friction with Punjab Pradesh Congress Committee or PCC leadership and comes at a politically sensitive moment just ahead of Prime Minister's visit to Jalandhar. Soon after quitting, Dr. Sidhu launched a scathing attack on PPCC President Amrinder Singh Raja Waring, accusing him of incompetence, corruption and colluding with the ruling dispensation to weaken the Congress from within. She claimed she was targeted politically, sidelined organizationally and deliberately undermined electorally. In a striking assertion, Dr. Sidhu said she possesses enough proof to expose those she accuses but has chosen not to do so, stating that she has walked away from a party where no credible leadership voice remains. Her resignation has intensified speculation about the future political role of her husband Navjot Singh Sidhu and has raised questions about the Congress party's stability in Punjab.
South Block to Sewa Tirth. After 99 years, government fully vacates North and South blocks, with PMO shifting to Sewa Tirth. Before vacating office, PM Modi chaired the last cabinet meet at South Block. Mamta Banerjee versus EC on SIR process. Mamta Banerjee versus EC. Mamta Banerjee receives Supreme Court's strict warning on SIR process. Mamta Banerjee faces a strict warning from the Supreme Court over the special intensive revision of electoral rolls in West Bengal. During the hearing, Chief Justice of India Surya Kant emphasized that no impediment would be allowed in the SIR process and clarified that all states must respect the directions issued by the top court. Mamta Banerjee personally argued before the bench, claiming that the SIR exercise was designed to bulldoze the people of Bengal and alleged that the process focused more on voter deletions rather than inclusions. The Election Commission stated that particulars and details of officers were not properly shared, while Mamta countered that the names were ready and had been sent, albeit late. The Supreme Court also asked the West Bengal government to provide a list of Group B officers to ensure smooth implementation of the SIR process. TMC leaders raised concerns over anonymous objections filed during the process and insisted that actual objectors must be present for verification. This landmark hearing highlights the growing tensions between Mamta Banerjee and the Election Commission and sets the stage for how the SIR process will proceed in West Bengal. Like Supreme Court said, RERA serves only builders' interests. Belated realization but correct. But aren't builders politicians in disguise?
It is specifically the bench headed by the Chief Justice of India expressing his unhappiness with the conduct of RERA across various states. Bear in mind that while this observation was made today in context of a particular matter regarding the Himachal Pradesh RERA looking to shift their office, the CJI-led bench of the Apex Court has been hearing matters involving real estate companies across states, including matters like the Amrapali matter stretching across the state of UP as well. And here, previously as well, we've seen the CJI expressing grave reservations on the way RERA has been conducting itself. As a part of today's observations, the Chief Justice of India made known his displeasure when he said that as far as the conduct of RERA is concerned, it should be abolished altogether, that there needs to be a rethink specifically by states to look at as to who RERA is benefiting. In fact, at one point, the CJI also mentioned that from the conduct of RERA, it appears to be helping only real estate developers who have slid into default and not really helping anyone else, not really helping the home buyers, that there is a need for a rethink at a policy level, at the state level as well. There needs to be a rethink in terms of why RERA was introduced in the first place, because it's not really discharging the function of guarding the interests of home buyers. So clearly, strong reservations being expressed by the Chief Justice of India, and again, coming not just in context of any one particular state, but broadly across the whole host of real estate matters that he has been hearing, that the Supreme Court has been hearing, stretching across multiple states.
All right, that's...
Like Supreme Court said, RERA serves only builders' interests. Belated realization but correct. But aren't builders politicians in disguise?
It is specifically the bench headed by the Chief Justice of India expressing his unhappiness with the conduct of RERA across various states. Bear in mind that while this observation was made today in context of a particular matter regarding the Himachal Pradesh RERA looking to shift their office, the CJI-led bench of the Apex Court has been hearing matters involving real estate companies across states, including matters like the Amrapali matter stretching across the state of UP as well. And here, previously as well, we've seen the CJI expressing grave reservations on the way RERA has been conducting itself. As a part of today's observations, the Chief Justice of India made known his displeasure when he said that as far as the conduct of RERA is concerned, it should be abolished altogether, that there needs to be a rethink specifically by states to look at as to who RERA is benefiting. In fact, at one point, the CJI also mentioned that from the conduct of RERA, it appears to be helping only real estate developers who have slid into default and not really helping anyone else, not really helping the home buyers, that there is a need for a rethink at a policy level, at the state level as well. There needs to be a rethink in terms of why RERA was introduced in the first place, because it's not really discharging the function of guarding the interests of home buyers. So clearly, strong reservations being expressed by the Chief Justice of India, and again, coming not just in context of any one particular state, but broadly across the whole host of real estate matters that he has been hearing, that the Supreme Court has been hearing, stretching across multiple states.
All right, that's...
India set to acquire 114 additional Rafale fighter jets. India has moved closer to acquiring 114 additional Rafale fighter jets after the Defence Acquisition Council cleared the proposal to procure the aircraft from France's Dassault Aviation. Around 18 jets are expected in flyaway condition, while most will be manufactured in India. If approved by the Cabinet Committee on Security, India's Rafale fleet could rise to 176 aircraft, strengthening the Indian Air Force amid concerns over fighter squadron shortages and production delays.
India has successfully test-fired the nuclear-capable Agni-3 intermediate-range ballistic missile from Chandipur, Odisha, under the Strategic Forces Command. The trial met all operational and technical objectives. In service since 2011, Agni-3 has a strike range of 3,000 to 3,500 kilometers, enabling engagement of strategic targets deep inside adversary territory. Developed indigenously, it is a two-stage solid fuel system capable of carrying payloads up to 1500 kgs, including nuclear warheads with estimated yields of 200 to 300 kilotons.
Like, not many newspapers reported that Maneka Gandhi won International Mother Teresa Award for Animal Rights. Shakahari Bano was Maneka Gandhi's message.
We have the first clipping by Maneka Gandhi, who sent us a lovely message on the occasion.
I'm sorry I could not be with you today, but I simply could not come to Calcutta. I'm deeply, deeply grateful to be given this honor, to be given the Mother Teresa International Award. In fact, my birthday is on the same day as Mother Teresa, and it's something that I've always, been proud of. Mother Teresa life stands as a reminder that service is quiet, consistent, and rooted in conscience. She worked not for recognition, but because suffering requires a response. That principle continues to guide me in all my public service.
Like, Minister Hardeep Puri should be appreciated for candid admission that he met Epstein. Some met the pedophile for meeting other luminaries. It is said even His Holiness Dalai Lama's name appears in e-files, though he never met Epstein.
When you first met Jeffrey Epstein, did you know of his history?
No, I did not.
Why did you meet him?
No,
Who introduced you?
No, I'll tell you something. When I went there, I did not know who he was. On the first meeting, we Googled him. Okay. Then we also had a discussion amongst ourselves. Should we meet him or not? The issue was going as part of a delegation. Uske baad bhul gaye. Uske baad there is the only substantive interaction is this one. And by the way, I don't want to be defensive on it. I meet a lot of people in my life. Many of the people I interact with at the political level have been convicted of something else. Yesterday, somebody was talking to me about somebody who was convicted of organ trading. And I said, yaar, ye kahan isko mil rahe ho? So I'm just telling you, in politics or in public life, if I was a government official, I would have sent a message to somebody saying, should I meet this person? Okay. But I was working for the IPI, and ICM was a project under the IPI. ICM was a project set up to see if the United Nations was fit for purpose on its 75th anniversary. It had the most respectable people in the world. A former Prime Minister of Australia chairing it. One of the board members is now president of another country. They were very famous people. And we were trying to look at the world. We didn't invite Epstein there. We happened to just go there for this meeting which I'm telling you about.
Like, nationalized banks have reportedly earned to lakh rupees crore profit. Wow!
If you've ever felt stressed or intimidated by repeated loan recovery calls, there could be some major relief coming your way. In a significant move to protect borrowers from harassment, the Reserve Bank of India has proposed new norms to regulate how banks and lenders recover pending loans and, most importantly, how recovery agents interact with customers. Under the new proposed framework, recovery agents will not be allowed to call borrowers after 7 p.m. This is being seen as a strong step towards ensuring dignity and mental well-being for customers who often complain about aggressive and intimidating recovery tactics. But that's not all. Here's what changes. The employee or recovery agent will only interact with the borrower and not the guarantor. They have been advised to not approach or contact relatives or acquaintances of the borrower, but only contact the borrower or their guarantor. The borrower is to be contacted at a location of their choice. If no preference is specified, contact can be made at the borrower's residence or their place of work or business. Recovery calls or visits cannot be made during sensitive or inappropriate occasions such as bereavement in the family, natural calamities, marriage functions, festivals or similar events. The central bank is also introducing mandatory certification for recovery agents. This means that agents will now have to undergo proper training and meet professional conduct standards before interacting with borrowers. The idea is simple. Recovery of loans must happen, but it must happen fairly, respectfully, and within defined ethical boundaries. Another key highlight of the new framework is the creation of structured grievance redressal systems. Borrowers who feel harassed or mistreated will now have clearer channels to file complaints and seek action against recovery agents or lending institutions. These guidelines are expected to come into effect from 1st of July and will apply across commercial banks, small finance banks, payment banks, regional rural banks and local area banks as well. The move comes amid rising complaints of harassment, mental stress and coercive recovery methods used by agents. The RBI's proposed framework signals a shift towards balancing financial discipline with customer rights and humane treatment that they rightfully deserve.
Like, along with Anil Ambani, even Tina Ambani has been summoned by ED in 4,000 crore rupees fraud. No harsh recovery.
Tina Ambani, wife of Anil Ambani, has been summoned by the ED to join the probe, and this was a summons that was issued on Monday in connection with the money laundering probe that's currently ongoing. However, she did not join the investigation and a fresh summons will now be issued soon.
Like, to landslide victories. Japan's anti-migrant Takaichi's LDP and Bangladesh Tariq Rahman's BNP. Awami League and Sheikh Hasina were barred in Bangladesh election. The West didn't protest.
It was a snap election gamble that paid off for Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi. Japan voted, and now Takaichi has secured a majority in the powerful lower house for her ruling party, the LDP. LDP politicians are now celebrating their wins all across Japan. Takaichi has now received the green light from voters to push ahead with her plans for a more powerful Japan, both domestically and globally. She wants to go bold on government spending and investment and take a tougher stance on immigration and China.
PM Modi congratulates Japan PM.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated Sanae Takaichi on her landmark election victory in Japan's House of Representatives, expressing confidence that India-Japan friendship will reach greater heights under her leadership. Modi highlighted the strength of the India-Japan Special Strategic and Global Partnership, saying it plays a vital role in promoting peace, stability and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region and beyond. Takaichi's win comes as her ruling coalition secured a commanding majority in the snap elections, reinforcing her mandate just months after becoming Japan's first female prime minister. Bangladesh elections 2026.
The Bangladesh Nationalist Party has swept to power with a commanding two-thirds majority. According to the Election Commission, the BNP and its allies have surged past the 200-seat mark in the 300-member Jatiya Sangsad. This is well above the 151 seats required to form a government, giving the party a strong, stable numerical edge in parliament. Final voter turnout stood at a little over 59%. In Dhaka, the streets are witnessing a sense of cautious optimism. Many residents say they are hoping the BNP's sweeping victory will bring peace, stability and a fresh start after months of political turbulence.
Tariq Rahman's centre-right Bangladesh Nationalist Party, BNP, secured a decisive majority in the general election 2026. Rahman, 60, is the figurehead of the influential Zia family, who have dominated politics in the country for decades. Both of his parents previously served as leaders of Bangladesh. Yet it has been far from a smooth path to the top for Rahman, whose career has been dogged by allegations of nepotism and corruption by political rivals, as well as a period of exile and his father's assassination. His eventual ascent to chairman of the BNP came just weeks before Bangladesh headed to the polls, following the death of his mother, the country's first female Prime Minister Khaleda Zia. Like, Trump said he won't apologize for his AI video showing the Obama couple as monkeys. But Trump ordered Israeli president to pardon Netanyahu. Understandable.
apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things, and I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine.
Do you condemn the racist parts of the video?
Of course I do. I liked the beginning. I saw it and just passed it on. And I guess probably nobody reviewed the end of it because what I saw at the beginning was really, really strong. It was about fraudulent election.
President of Israel, the primary power he's got is the power to give pardons. And he's not, you know, he said he's given it 5 different times, but he doesn't want to do it because I guess he loses his power. I think the people of Israel should really shame him. He's disgraceful for not giving it. He should give it. But Bibi's been a great wartime prime minister.
Like, Iran told Trump that Iran's missiles were not negotiable. Good.
President Donald Trump has said that Iran wants to make a deal rather than face US military action. Now, despite Tehran's insistence that its missile and defense systems will never be up for negotiations, Trump was asked if he gave Iran a deadline and said yes, only they know it. He added that he thinks Iran wants to make a deal.
Like, Thai PM Newton needs a partner to form government. Wish him good luck.
Thai Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul's Phum Jai Thai party won a clear victory in Sunday's general election. The win raises the prospect that a more stable coalition may now succeed in bringing an end to a period of political instability that has long plagued Southeast Asia's second-largest economy. Phum Jai Thai's victory today is the victory of all Thais, Anutin said at a press briefing on Sunday, adding, "We have to do the utmost to serve the Thai people with our full ability."
Like, it is reported that the Queen Elizabeth lent £12 million to Prince Andrew to pay off Virginia Giafar. Andrew is called Credit CAD by British newspapers.
Did Queen Elizabeth help pay Prince Andrew's settlement with Virginia Giuffre? According to The Telegraph, the total amount of the settlement, which hasn't been officially disclosed, is more than $16 million. And the Queen will contribute a portion from her private Duchy of Lancaster estate. In other words, the public taxpayers will not be paying for it. But why? The Telegraph reports it's allegedly because the Queen wants to allow, quote, her son and the entire royal family to draw a line under the case that had threatened to overshadow her Platinum Jubilee this year. Buckingham Palace told People when contacted for comment that they have, quote, never commented on the financial aspects of the Duke's private legal affairs and won't be now.
Like, Pakistan's defense minister Asif Khwaja said USA is using Pakistan as toilet paper. Anything wrong?
यूनाइटेड नेशंस में तकरीर की हुई है हिलरी क्लिंटन, उसने सब कुछ बयान किया हुआ है, वो इस पे चलाएं इसके ऊपर कि किस तरह पाकिस्तान को उन्होंने इस्तेमाल किया। लैंडमार्क तकरीर है उसकी, और वो किस तरह एक टिश्यू पेपर की तरह, टिश्यू पेपर तो फिर भी टॉयलेट पेपर की तरह हमें छोड़ गई यहां पे। फिर भी हमने उससे ना सीखा। वो 2 घंटे के लिए यहां पे बिल क्लिंटन आया तो माले पानी शुरू कर दी उस वक्त के बरसर इक़्तिदार लोगों ने कि बिल क्लिंटन आ गए। जनाब वाला 3-4 अगर टोटल लगाए ना, अमरीकी सदूर जो जिनकी टर्म्स गुजरी हैं पिछले 25-30 साल में, उन्होंने 10-12 करोड़ मुसलमान मारा हुआ है।
Jimmy Lai, the pro-democracy former Hong Kong media tycoon and a fierce critic of Beijing, is sentenced to 20 years in prison in one of the most prominent cases, prosecuted under a China-imposed national security law. 3 government-vetted judges have spared the 78-year-old Lai the maximum penalty of life imprisonment. The case has raised concerns about declining press freedom in Hong Kong. His sentencing could heighten Beijing's diplomatic tensions with foreign governments. The case accused Lai of conspiring with others to request foreign sanctions against Hong Kong and China.
Like Smriti Mandhana won WPL championship for RCB. Great effort.
Royal Challengers Bengaluru have done it again. They are the champions of WPL 2026. RCB फैंस अब सबसे कह दीजिए कि टाइटल उठाना हमारे लिए कोई पहली बार की बात नहीं, अब तो हमें आदत हो चुकी है। पहले लड़कियों ने शुरुआत करी, लड़कों ने उसे आगे बढ़ाया और लड़कियों ने एक बार फिर से एग्जाम्पल सेट कर दिया है कि देखिए ये होता है चैंपियन माइंडसेट एंड दिस इज हाउ वी प्ले। उन्होंने वो कर दिखाया है जो किसी भी आईपीएल या डब्ल्यूपीएल के फाइनल में कोई भी टीम नहीं कर पाई। ये सबसे बड़ा टारगेट चेस था, 204 रन का टारगेट था आरसीबी के सामने, लेकिन उन्होंने कहा प्रेशर में हम बिखरते नहीं, हम निखरते हैं।
What a feeling, back-to-back champions. This is such a man by the fans. Oh, Kibak point for the second more.
Like, just before World Cup, Jos Butler said, Vaibhav Suryavanshi is the best batsman he has ever seen. Why is Vaibhav not in our World Cup squad?
जॉस बटलर वैभव सूर्यवंशी से रिलेटेड काफी बड़ा स्टेटमेंट दिया। जी हाँ गाइस, आप लोगों को याद होगा अंडर 19 वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल में वैभव ने 175 रन की मैच विनिंग इनिंग्स खेल दी थी और ये स्कोर यूथ ओडीआईज के किसी भी फाइनल या नॉकआउट मैच में सबसे बड़ा इंडिविजुअल स्कोर था। तो इसी के बारे में बटलर रिसेंटली एक पॉडकास्ट में बात कर रहे थे, जहां पर वो बोले मेरा सूर्यवंशी के बारे में स्टेटमेंट सिंपल है, वो सबसे बेस्ट प्लेयर है जिसे मैंने कभी देखा है। अगर वो 14 साल की एज में ऐसा कर रहा है तो 16, 18, 20 की एज में क्या करेगा वो। मैं उस मैच में था जहां उसने आईपीएल में 100 बनाया था, तब भी वो सिर्फ 14 साल का था और सामने मोहम्मद सिराज, प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा और राशिद खान से प्रॉपर बॉलिंग अटैक्स थे। मैं उसके शॉट्स देखकर हैरान रह गया था। और मुझे ये भी कहना होगा कि इंग्लैंड के लड़कों ने पूरा अंडर 19 वर्ल्ड कप में बहुत अच्छा खेला। फाइनल से पहले तक वो अनबीटन थे और फिर आप सूर्यवंशी से टकरा जाते हो जो फाइनल में 15 चौके और 15 छक्के मार देता है। मैं टीवी पर देख रहा था और सोच रहा था कि ये सिर्फ नॉर्मल शॉट्स नहीं है, ये उन बेस्ट शॉट्स में से है जो आप कभी देखते हो। मैं उसे एक एब्सोल्यूट सुपरस्टार बनते हुए देख सकता हूँ। 14 साल की एज में जिस तरह का क्रिकेट वो खेल रहा है, अगर उसने आईपीएल नहीं खेला होता तो आप कहते कि हाँ अंडर 19 वर्ल्ड कप में किया है, अमेजिंग है, पर सीनियर क्रिकेट में देखते हैं। लेकिन वो ऑलरेडी आईपीएल खेल चुका है और 100 बना चुका है। आईपीएल में उसने अपनी पहली बॉल पर 6 मारा था। चेन्नई के खिलाफ 57 वाली इनिंग्स में रविचंद्रन अश्विन और रविंद्र जडेजा बॉलिंग कर रहे थे। वो उनको 6 के लिए मार रहा था और कैजुअली एक बॉल हिप से टैप करके सिंगल ले रहा था, बिल्कुल एक सीजन प्रो की तरह जो अपनी टीम को आराम से जीत तक ले जाता है। इसलिए मुझे समझ नहीं आता कि ऐसा प्लेयर कैसे डीरेल हो सकता है।
And finally, after Lok Sabha was adjourned because of scuffle, MPs of Treasury benches and opposition were seen together in canteen. One journalist remarked, "It is non-violence. It is our MP, Kulcha." Lazy Bee. The 8th of November, 2025.